Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 25th episode of Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Carnival Cruising related. My name is Captain Trevor Shelby, and joining me on this cruising adventure is my good skipper, Thomas Kennedy.
Yo. That's all I got.
How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm better than I was last week whenever I couldn't record.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't talk. I could barely talk.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you epically party nonstop.
I didn't epically party. I was camping and I was camping in the cold and the rain, and then I got into my kayak and was on a kayak for 5 hours, and then on my birthday I just ended up starting coughing, and it went from there.
Yeah. So. Well, that sucks. We were going to record on your birthday, and I didn't realize it was your birthday that day. And then we pushed it off, and then you got sicker.
Yeah.
I was like, well.
Well, I can't talk, it's,
but. It happens, man. Well, I have spent the last 5 beautiful days on board the Carnival Breeze, and we're going to kind of talk about some of that along with some other silliness that we got in store for you guys. I've been spending part of my day today listening to and editing our next episode, which is kind of funny as well. You know which one it is. It's the one we've teased for quite a while.
I didn't think we had to edit that though. It was already.
Yeah, there was a couple of spots. It wasn't like it was a real edit. And
okay.
Other than that, it was a pretty easy, and I wanted to listen to it again. That's I think most of it. And
there is nothing epic about that story.
There is so many epic moments in that story.
There is nothing,
and I can't wait for this one to come out for you guys. I really can't.
It's just a story about a man and a mermaid.
This is a story of a man who met a mermaid and it screamed.
So.
Yeah, that was a fun one, and I hope you guys are in store for that one. I will kind of warn everybody that it's kind of like it should be a bonus episode because it is so short, but it is what we had to deal with because
it wasn't that short. It was a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think altogether it was about 18. So not too bad, really.
Yeah.
I mean, when we're typically going a lot further,
Well, that was the only thing on the docket that day. So
yeah, it really was. And what's funny about that is that's actually whenever we first came up with the concept of this podcast, we talked about only doing like 20 minutes. Like that was going to be an episode.
Now it's like 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We have gone as long as an hour. I mean,
yeah. I mean, we've gone as long as an hour. Think about it. In the next like 10 episodes, 20 episodes, we might be doing an hour and a half. We might have like another host. We might have like all kinds of stuff going
interviews,
on. Crazy. New interviews.
It'd be crazy. Which, I am still kind of upset at you.
Why are you upset?
Because you stole my invite.
I did. Okay.
You stole. You ripped the rug out from under me.
I did,
and like tossed me under the bus and ran me over like 6 times.
You're the one that tossed me under the bus first. And if you guys don't know what's going on, this all I think took place in our podcast group page. Mr. Kennedy, I try to chime in.
This happened in the family reunion page.
Oh, was it the family reunion page? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Mr. Kennedy talks about, he had been I can't even remember how it
I
started.
was in I was in Have Luggage Will Travel, and
Oh yeah, you were in
because
there live.
in their live, yeah. And this loser here was, he was on a cruise or something. I don't
Yeah.
know, but he decided he was too good to be in the live.
Mm-hmm.
And um so they were doing a dual live. It was Have Luggage and Parker's on the Go. And I happened to ask Brandon and Siobhan, when are you going to be on our show, on the podcast? And they said, well, we haven't been invited yet, and you said they had.
Well, okay. So I told them that I asked them, I think you were there. I asked them if they'd like to be part of the podcast, and they said yes, but it was after they get back from the Mardi Gras. And so I thought, well, we'll link up then. And honestly, between people graduating and schedules not matching up, I haven't been in one of their lives since. And so yeah, yeah, just haven't been
Yeah.
there.
And
So
then, so they started the family reunion group page on Facebook, which, if you haven't heard, there is a group. We have a group cruise coming up called the Family Reunion Cruise.
yes.
And, so far the big five who started it all are in it, and we are just chatting.
Yeah.
And, you know, I, I got fired from my proofreading position.
Hey, but you're doing that really well though. I will say that you've kept them correct on things.
Yeah. Well, I got fired, and then I was like, well, hey, at least I invited you on the show, and like Trevor,
Yep.
and then Trevor threw me under the bus and took my invite and told him how,
Yeah, I asked, well, what day are they going to be on the show? And they responded, good question. And I said, well, I would love to invite you guys onto the show, and um, working out schedule, basically. I thought it was funny. Technically, you've got the invite out there, so I concede that to you. That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
well, and
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was funny though. It was
I'll
very
give it to
humorous.
you because I've had more people that I've invited come on than yours.
Yeah,
So,
So
yeah.
I you gotta give me one. But
Anyway,
yeah, anyways, so we do have the group cruise coming up. It's going to be May 20th of 2023. It's going to be a fantastic cruise on the Carnival celebration out of Miami. If you guys are interested in that, we will have the contact information for Siobhan and Amanda, and
because
you guys can.
there's two separate group bookings, one for
Yes,
Siobhan and one for Amanda, because and they had 8 rooms apiece, I believe.
yes, they had 8
It's
rooms
like
apiece, 2 balconies each, and then the rest were all
interior.
interiors. So I booked in this morning, and I called in, put my money where my mouth is, and got myself an interior room and got that all set up. So far I'm solo, but sounds like I might have a another booking in, and so that's going to be pretty cool.
Someone who has some chemistry with us,
Yes, a little history.
a little
So
history. If you've ever, if you're one of our past podcast followers
yes,
who
yeah,
happen to follow us, which that
that would
doesn't
just
seem very likely because they're
no.
two different
It would
things.
be so unlikely. It would be highly illogical.
Illogical.
Yeah. But so I really think that that's going to be a fantastic cruise.
It will be.
So uh,
And if any of y'all have followed Trevor's ungodly, ugly fashion shows,
yes,
it could be
those
a trio of a fashion show this time.
yes, that was a very I've been doing fashion shows. If you are a fan of our Facebook page, these are things that you're going to be seeing over there. I have been cruising with just having a good time. And so I started doing a fashion show because, of course, I did the backpack challenge. And part of the video that I'm putting together for that is the items of clothing that I am wearing. So,
But you ended, but you're gonna have like 6 days that are all the same.
they're not all the same. Anyways, I had a good time with all that. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, if you want to hop on over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Carnival Cruising Podcast Wayne.
It's group. We can't don't forget the group.
Yeah, and you got to go in the group. It's shared in the group.
The podcasting page is about to go away.
Well, no. That's we will have the podcasting page. We just won't have the podcast post in the page. So every time we have a new episode, it will no longer post in that page. And I think that should start this week, actually.
Yeah, so, with this episode.
Yeah, this episode. So we're going to start posting like the Spotify link and all the links, basically. So you guys just click on what you want and go from there. But I did want to mention that this episode itself, if it does sound kind of off, sounds kind of weird, it's not because I have had about 6 mixed drinks today.
It is because of that. It is that, and he's in a hotel.
I am in a hotel. I got a headset on. It's very different for me, but I will not be editing this episode because after this, I am going back out onto the beach. I'm going to the beach bar where I'm going to meet up with my good friend Sherelle, who has been serving me beautiful drinks all day long. Beautiful drinks on the beach.
You're good. Okay, they got the point. They got the point.
Okay, they got the point.
Semadonna.
Okay. Well,
hey, how does Donna Summer's name appear in the phone book? Donna Summers. Semadonna. Yeah, whatever. Screw it. Anyway, so have you heard the news?
A phone book joke. A phone book joke. Did you pull that one out of the 80s joke book that you have?
No, it was a 90s SNL skit. Thank you very much.
Well, that's just wonderful.
As he walks away from the camera.
You can hear it.
But anyway, so have you heard the news?
What's the news? Please tell me.
This is huge for people with food allergies and special diets, like your wife, like Sig Cruiser and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's a program that you can go to the buffet, to the main dining room, anywhere on the ship that serves food. And it's just a little tablet that you program what your allergy is or what diet you're on, and it's going to tell you what in that area you're going to. What the hell was that?
I'm giving the thumbs up to Max over here, who's getting their clothing. Hey, Tom says hey.
Max.
Max says hey.
Okay, so you'll be able to input in all of your food allergies, all of your dietary needs. Like if you're a vegan, you put in that you're a vegan. If you're a vegetarian, you can put in that you want vegetarian meals that it can have dairy and eggs, just no meat,
right?
Or if you have a peanut allergy, you can put in a peanut allergy, and it's going to tell you everything, like on the buffet or on the menu, or even give you options for them to make personally there on that tablet.
Yes, and I actually recently read a pretty sad story of a lady that had a very tough time with Carnival because she had celiac disease.
Yeah,
and
she
needed very gluten-free, and it would, if she doesn't get it, she doesn't do well. on the cruise.
Yeah.
And she said she was sick the entire cruise because some of the staff that she was around couldn't really kind of grasp the fact that this was a disease and not a diet. And so this is
Yeah.
actually, it's a very common mistake. And so
Oh yeah.
and so this is something that is going to be huge for cruisers that
And this
have
is
these allergies.
Carnival's the first cruise company, as far as I know, that has this application so far.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have never heard of it before, and so I think that's pretty fantastic. I think that's going to be kind of a game changer for some people.
Yeah,
So,
like Sig Cruiser, she's gluten free. I've got friends with celiac. They'll be able
mm-hmm.
to cruise without worrying now.
Yes. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool. We actually posted that in the Facebook page when I saw that come up. That was a pretty fantastic whole thing that
Yeah.
John had put together there. So, um the see what we were going to talk about the a post that we
A
saw.
post on John's page
Yeah,
from John Heal's page. D is the initial. I just got off the Carnival Sunshines 2 days ago, and well, that doesn't make sense. 2 days ago this morning, that does not make sense at all. What is
no.
written there? Anyway, I just got off the Sunshine 2 days ago. This was my first cruise, as well as the first for my two sisters. We were in a balcony cabin. The entire cruise experience way exceeded our expectations. None of us felt seasick, but there was more. I was more sensitive to the ship's movement. I continued to feel it when we were off the ship and on excursions, but expected it to stop soon after we were back on permanent land. It hasn't subsided. I've read that some people enjoy this feeling after returning home, as it reminds them of being on the ship. I hate it. And I'm asking you for help, John. I called Carnival and they said there's nothing they could do. How do I stop this? John, please help me. This feeling really is unsettling, and I have not been able to return to work yet.
Oh,
Okay, there's
wow.
nothing that Carnival or John Hill can do about having the sways. Everyone has it.
Yeah.
Depending on how many times you've cruised, and stuff like that, will be the variant on how long it lasts.
Yeah. I
I've
I
heard.
I I barely feel it right now. But
I
I've got a different kind of sways going on right now. So
Well, yeah. I mean, I've had them. The most I've had the sways for was for about 4 days, and then I was fine.
mm-hmm.
But you get in those choppy waters, and you'll definitely have the sways.
Yeah.
But and then there's other times that you get off and you don't have them.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of what your inner ear tells you.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. I have felt like a little seasick, like a day after. Just that unsettling feeling, like they said. I will say that I am singing the praises right now of C-bands, so that may be something that people could wear after their cruise to maybe
Yeah,
help in
or
that way.
continue to take bonine. That'll
Yeah,
help with the sways a little bit.
yeah,
Um, or some sort of seasickness medicine.
yeah,
Because basically all the sway is your inner ear not working properly at the moment, because it's used to you like swaying, whether you know
mm-hmm.
it or not, which is what seasickness is. Your body telling your inner ear that it's moving, but your vision is not saying it,
Right,
and so it thinks your body has poisoned, and it makes you throw up,
yeah.
basically.
Well, the I will say that, like I said, the C-bands worked for me very well on this cruise. I've not had much issues, but we had pretty calm weather the entire cruise. So
Yeah, you'll be in the aftermath of that hurricane, though.
Yeah.
on the
And
second
so
one.
we will be following it. And so we do kind of expect to be a little bit more rocky this time. So I'm going to put those C bands to the test.
So will
So
your sister. Your sister is a true test of C bands.
yeah. Well, and I don't even know if she's wearing them this time or if she's actually wearing them. She has medicine, but I don't know what she has planned though. But no, I will say the Carnival Breeze was probably one of the best cruise I've been on and ever. This was uh, throughout the cruise. I will say it was packed. It felt packed because we were beyond 100%, and there was like a lot of kids on this cruise,
Yeah.
which is fine. I didn't typically the places I went there were not many kids, if any. But no, like uh, our first full day was a sea day, and that was a big rest day for me, and I didn't do a whole lot. So
So did Megan have classes during
yes,
those the port
yes.
days? I mean, not
Not during the port days, only during the sea days.
okay.
So she had two class days where she was in from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Ooh,
Yeah, they were long. And she, in the last one, she had actually taught a class for like 3 hours. But um but no, I used that time alone to just relax, get some R&R, especially after our travel day where we drove all night to get into Galveston. That
yeah.
was
I
crazy.
okay. So this was brought up in Have Luggage Will Travels live as well.
Yes.
They want to kill you. They're saying Boosies instead of Buckies. Okay, they want to kill you. Just throwing that
Yeah.
out there.
Hmm.
They're like,
I
your friend needs to learn how to pronounce Bucky's.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was
And I
like,
had to
hey,
defend you.
yeah. I was like, hey
I was like,
Tom, we made the bootsies.
I had to defend you. I was like to, in Trevor's defense, he was up for 48 hours at that point.
Yeah. It was funny though.
Which
Uh
one did you go to? The one in Texas City or the one in
oh, you're asking the wrong person. I
did
drove, but man, I don't remember.
do
Uh
you go over a bridge or did you just get off the highway and go straight off the
okay,
access road?
the first one we went to, I think we went over the bridge, and then I think we stopped at two. I
Okay,
think
yeah,
there's more than
there's two on the way to
yeah.
through
Um
just outside of Houston and one in Texas City.
yeah. Well, I think there's one that's a little bit that's a newer one that's in between that's closer to the Dallas area. It's not really close to Dallas, but it's like in there somewhere. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I'd have to look at a
that
map.
would be really
So
new because
I think we passed three and we didn't stop at one of them. And I know we stopped at
okay,
two.
then that's new, really new because I haven't last time I drove that wasn't there, so drove
Yeah.
to Galveston.
So anyways, so we now we drove in the first sea day. Yeah, it was a rest day for me. I had a lot of R&R, slept a lot, drank a lot, had a good time. The next day we had we were in Mexico, and well, both stops were, but the first stop was Cozumel, and we had a couple of things that we had to accomplish there. Megan has always tried to finish out her charm bracelet, and she was missing a few charms from Cozumel. So we went ahead and got that taken care of.
I don't think my mother has that charm bracelet anymore.
Yeah. And then we did some shopping, went in and out, and then we stopped over at Three Amigos.
Of
And
course, you got to stop at Three Amigos.
Three Amigos was amazing. I gotta say, that's the first time I actually got stopped into Three Amigos and actually drank there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was a blast. Uh, the we spent most of our time just drinking, having a good time there, and then we got back up on the ship a little bit early, and which was a good thing that we did because there was a huge line to get back on the ship, and it was pretty nuts. It was so long, in fact, that it was still going out there past the onboard time,
Oh really?
and yeah, and that prevented us from actually having any real pier runners. So gave them time to just walk up, get in line, and get on the ship.
See
So
that's cheating.
it's total cheating. I was so annoyed.
After a certain point in that line, it should be they should put a line and say you're gonna run.
Yeah, yeah. So then the next day we were in Progresso. We stopped, had a good time. That pier, I will tell you, I've never really paid much attention. That is the longest pier ever.
See, whenever I went there, there wasn't a pier. They just I mean, there was a pier leading to the thing, but they backed into a slot onto pretty close to shore, but it
Yeah, yeah. No, that's
almost
that's what it
directly
is.
into
But
the duty free area,
yeah,
right
yeah, no,
right
no,
off the boat.
that's what it is. But the actual pier itself, it's technically that road
They're
out there.
counting the road as
They're
the pier.
counting the road, and they said it because of that road, it makes it like the fifth longest in the world. And
Wow.
yeah, where the ship parks, it's in 30 feet of water. That is crazy.
I
So
can
when
see that because it's like almost like right up to the shore.
yeah, it's crazy. He said that they have to do it that way because it's 4 miles there, because it is that way because he said that the water was so shallow, so far out. But no, we that one we toured two cities, and got to see some monuments, some Mayan ruins. We went to the first ever Catholic church in the New World. So it was built in 15 something. It was actually built out of a Mayan pyramid. So
So
uh,
they destroyed Mayan history to
yeah,
make a Catholic church.
yeah. And when the Pope or whatever had basically deemed it illegal for the Mayans to practice their religion, basically ending their religion that day and turning them to Catholics. And so that's why that they consider that day the day that their religion had died, basically, because if you went against it, it was the death penalty. So, you know, not very friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, then what was it? So that was Monday and Tuesday. Then Wednesday was our last sea day, and that was another good R&R day. I had a lot of time by myself. The I did record a little bonus episode for the podcast, and that's actually going to debut. It may or may not go on the actual podcast. So in order to see this bonus episode, because it is a video episode, you will have to go to our Facebook page over at facebook.com/. Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. It'll be posted there. So I did have
I,
some
I,
technical
I
difficulties on that one.
yeah, I mean, a little stumbling there.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean on the video itself, there were some technical difficulties. So it was a learning experience recording on a ship, and so it's got a lot of elements to it. Like it's kind of cool because you could hear the wind, the waves,
Yeah.
and Also, my lapel mic scratching on my shirt. So,
Yeah, I had to stop using my lapel mic on because I started using it, but it kept scratching. Even if I was in here
yeah,
recording something.
yeah.
So
So I had to learn the hard way how to not do something, and so it is what it is. But so video element, it works so much better. I recommend no headphones for that video, or you're going to hear that pretty well. Because I do all my editing with these headphones on, and yeah, not great. But no, we've had some great times in Galveston so far. We got off the ship, and yeah, today I've been a very good church boy, minded my own business,
no, you
and
haven't.
I have twiddled my thumbs for most of the
No, you
day.
haven't.
Okay, maybe I've been down at the pier and getting a lot of drinks in. But either
Yeah.
way, there's a fantastic bar at this pier. There's
Con-
people fishing
consi-
all over it. It's great.
Considering you texted me, I'm a little drink.
Yeah, I didn't realize I did that. I'm a little drink.
Oh.
Sip me.
On that note, we have
Yeah.
3 minutes left.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you, and know that you matter. You are significant and you are loved.
And remember, anything that happens on the boat stays on YouTube. Bye.
See ya. That wasn't too bad.
No, it was okay.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not doing any editing on this, so I'm going to download this and be good to go.
And they're going to hear the ending conversation.
Yeah, probably.
I'll see you later.
All right, see you, bud.
Bye.
Bye.